Hello! Today I'm going to be going over my reflection that I made for the virtual classroom experience down in Fishers. It was really fun. But what basically happened during my Zoom volunteer lesson plan, or however you want to call it, I had to teach 5 7th to 8th graders, I believe, about the population boom that's currently going on in India and has been for the past few years. Actually, not past few years, for a long time now. And thanks to Professor Drum, she helped organize the lesson plan to make it as effective as possible to teach as well. I was assigned by my supervisor to teach a lesson plan about India and its overpopulation for 5 7th graders. And I would ask questions my students had. I'd answer any questions my students had about the lesson plan and would clear any misconceptions about topics I was discussing, as well as when they asked for help. And finally, when the class was dismissed for the students, I wish the students and Professor Drum a good day, maintain the positive atmosphere present throughout the virtual teaching experience. That's how I think I did my part for that entire experience. I was overall happy with it. I used Google Slides and its software to present my lesson plan to my students, along with the Zoom program to actually telegraph my experience and my lesson plan to the students as well. I used the various online resources in the Google Slides, like the population tracker and the statistics finders for India's population, the United States population, and I also used Jamboard and Zoom chat to help gather my students' thoughts in a little group chat area, which was very handy and helpful. Personally, what I think I did well was I think I got a lot better at maintaining a positive atmosphere, and I've gotten a lot more confident and assertive around students. Students are way less likely now to get off task with me around, because I've kind of figured out if I just jokingly ask them get back to work and not make it really punishing for them, they're more likely to get back to work, and I feel like I can do my job more effectively, which is really helpful. And because of that, I feel like I'm bonding way more with the students as well. I remember this kid named Owen that we talked to for 30 seconds about at the very start of the lesson, and he really liked comic books and just Marvel in general, so we just talked about superheroes for I think 30 seconds to about a minute. It was really fun. Owen was pretty awesome, and because of that, he felt like he was a lot more engaged than the other students as well, because we had a common interest, which I thought was really cool. Though because of this overactive bonding, I'm not used to balancing out when to keep progressing through the lesson and when to keep bonding with the students. Because of that, I barely had enough time to finish the video on slide 14, which meant I was going too slow throughout the lesson plan. But I need to just space my time and figure that out a little more. But I also need to balance when to have my students give critical thinking skills, and I didn't want to really turn that off during the lesson plan because there was a lot of it, and I felt like I was doing something right. So maybe just learning how to balance between the two would help me teach a lot better as a teacher. And to improve upon that, I have to figure out on my own time how to balance the critical thinking of my students with the actual content, and having teach through it so I don't fall behind in my class schedule, if that makes sense. And if I find more ways to engage with students that are initially uninterested in the classroom, I can enrich more students in their learning. Because I remember there's another student from Chicago, Illinois, who was born there, and he had his webcam off the entire time, and I felt like I couldn't really do anything to turn his webcam on because I didn't want to invade his privacy if he didn't want to, but he also wasn't really talking that much, and I felt like it was just a lost cause. So if I find more interesting techniques to get students like that, who are uninterested in the lesson plan at first, to get more interested, I feel like I can enrich more people in my classroom, which would be really helpful. Overall, I felt a lot more confident and assertive in the classroom, and I've built more strong bonds with students, and I feel more confident in the classroom. Because of that, I need to balance out when to actually teach more and speed through a lesson, or have students keep talking about what they think about the lesson plan as well. Overall, I still need to improve upon my experiences, but I think overall I think I did great. I think I had a lot of fun, and the experience itself was great, and I'd love to do it again sometime.